welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany. You can find me on Instagram and Etsy as Woolmates. I wanted to show you what I'm currently working on. I have a blanket, two blankets I'm working on, 2 knitted socks, and a couple of acquisitions that I wanted to share with you. So I wanted to show you what I finished so far. I have them stored right now in a ramen noodle box. The yarn that I'm using for my granny squares, I've got so much stuff sitting right here, is in this box. I bought this box in November or December from Dollar General, and I bought it purposefully for this project. So I have a lot of just scrap yarns. These are all of my ends that I have cut off. Scissors and my needle. I am using medium 4-weight yarns. The majority, well, all of this is going to either be Hobby Lobby I Love This Yarn or Red Heart Super Saver yarns. I'm using a 5.25 millimeter boy hook for this blanket. So I will show you what I've made so far. I'm doing granny squares. I'm doing 7 rounds. And normally when I've made granny square blankets before, I just work it in the same direction. But after each round, I turn it and then work it backwards, if that makes sense. So that way, no matter which way I sew them together, they're not all, like each row is turned different. If you can see if you know crochet, you can tell what I'm talking about. But so I made this one, and I've woven in after, I usually do about 3 or 4 rows and then weave in those ends and then finish it off. And I weave in all the ends except for the last row, because I will weave that in after I've joined them all together. So it just makes it easier. And I don't mind weaving the ends in. So I got that one. And then this one. See if you can tell, like, this is the front, like working it on the right side, and this one is the wrong side. That's the right side, wrong side, right side. So I just kind of, when I go to add a new color, I just turn it around and then add a new color that way. So I'll try to do these kind of quick. Like I said, I do 7 rounds. I like that one. There's several. I like this one too. And this one. I think I'm showing you the kind of, there's that one. Maybe I should just do 2 at a time, so it doesn't take as long. Because I've got several of them. I'm not sure how many there are. I really like this one. That one's really pretty. And this one. So there's not really a specific color scheme that I'm going for. I'm just using what I have in stash pretty much. And I'm trying not to make, I'm trying not to like duplicate any. Like there may be some colors in the same squares, but they're worked in different order, I guess. We're almost done. There's this one. I don't really like this one that much, but like I said, there's no This makes me think of flowers. This looks like a flower or whatever. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I have 20 squares complete, and all the ends are woven in except for the last row, and I will weave those in after I've connected them. And I'm not really sure how big I'm going to make it or how many squares. I guess just until I get bored of it, really. So, I don't know. We will see. Okay, the next thing that I am working on, this will be a work in progress, but also an acquisition. I started again in another Rainbow Noodle box. This yarn it was the 2022 Impressionist List collection. So it has, I don't think she has this available anymore, but just to show you, these are the pictures that inspired this colorway. And like I said, it's sock yarn. It is an 80-20 blend. And I used a 3.125 millimeter buoy hook. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you this whole thing. Let me see. I still have this much to do on this color. But it is a granny stitch blanket. I don't know how I'm going to show you this because it's kind of big. So this is, and like I said, I started this in 2023. So I have no idea what I chained. I have no clue. So yeah, I don't have the funds to always purchase this kind of yarn. So this was like a splurge purchase for me. And like I said, that was in 2023. So I pulled it out again and wanted to work on it some more. And I knew I only had that little ball left in that blue color. So I went back to her website because I love her yarn. I love the McMullen Fiber Co yarn. I love her colorways. They're always so pretty. So I purchased, now these are just minis. Those colorways were full skein sock yarns, but these are just the mini skeins. So these are the squishy minis. It's an 80-20. They are 25 grams. And the colorway Loverly limited edition. So it's these colors. They're so pretty. So I wanted to just show these before I skeined them up to eventually go into that blanket. And then to continue on into the acquisitions, me and my daughter took my grandmother to Hobby Lobby this week so she could get some fabric to finish a blanket that she's working on. She does a lot of hand quilting. So while we were in there, I love working with cotton thread with, I love making doilies and stuff. I haven't made one in a while, but I seen this and I wanted it, so. And it is 100% mercerized Egyptian cotton, number 10 crochet thread. And it's supposed to be like hand-dyed colors. It was $11.99. Oh, my light went out. And it'd be kind of hard to see all the colors in it. Okay, the next thing that I'm working on is socks. This is my favorite sock yarn to work with. It's Peyton's Croy Sock. It is a 75-25. This is in the colorway Flax. So I did 15 rows of a 2x2 ribbing, and then I did 30 rows just a knit stitch for the leg, and I did the heel flap and turn. So now all I have to do is just pick up the gusset stitches. And these are on a 2.25 millimeter Chagu red laced needles. And I am also working on another pair of socks. This is one of the hand dyed yarns that I did purchase last year from Candy Shop Yarns. I really like her yarns as well. This is in the Simple Syrup base. It is an 80-20 as well. This is Snow Cone County Fair collection. Like I said, that is Candy Shop Yarns. I'll have her shop linked. I'll have all this linked in the description box below. I am doing, oh, and for those socks, I cast on 64 stitches. That's typically what I do for my socks. And this is what the yarn looks like. It's really pretty pinks and yellows and purples and greens. My light came back on. So for this one, I think I did 20 rows for the cuff, a 2x2 rib. And then I did the Minecraft sock pattern for the leg. And then just the standard heel flap and gusset. And I don't really carry the Minecraft pattern into the top, into the foot of it. I'm just doing a, just a knit stitch. This is also 64 stitches and 2.25 Chagu red lace needles. And that's everything. That is everything that I'm currently working on. Yeah, I don't have any other future project plans that I want to work on other than maybe figuring out what I can do since the light came back on with this yarn. If you have any ideas, you can let me know. Or if there's any placemats or doilies or anything that you think they would look really good in. So that's everything for this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.